Chapter 3.
The game spawned a Tau so powerful that when he was introduced into the tabletop game, that specific Tau unit, the named character himself, was introduced. He got banned from comp
I see.
because he was too powerful.
Interesting. We finally
To be
made it to the
fair,
gun fortress.
This one Tau unit spends that entire game killing,
That guy
like,
in particular.
Space Marines.
Oh, fair enough.
Just this regular Tau unit. So they were like, yeah, he's the most powerful Tau.
Clearing this place will take days.
Those guardsmen cannot survive that long.
Firing
We'll find a way
now.
to destroy the gun.
Fair
Just
enough.
like the idea that a random Tau unit, this random Tau guy, he has it in him. He has the beast within.
Class Petronius. Entering duty log 31127. Communications console functioning normal. Issues of note 1. I detected a signal that should not have been there. But transmechanic first class Alaric refused to believe me. Yes, I've made mistakes before. That pulsar I thought was a Tau warship, missing the signal from the Fabricator General's transport. But I am not wrong every time. There's something approaching from the far side of the sun. I know it.
Yeah.
It's just like this regular Tau guy with like a little laser gun taking out like Titans. It's just like, I don't know what's happening.
To be fair, that is pretty badass for a single Tau unit. Now you'll forgive
This is regular
me.
Tau guy.
Is the Tau an offshoot of the Eldari?
No,
No, they're completely unrelated.
they're not related to the other.
Because
The
I
Tau-
know, like, the Drakari
Yeah.
is the Eldari, but turned dark.
The Drakari and the Eldari are the same species.
And
they're
Harlequins
just
are
different.
also Drakari, or
Yeah.
Eldari.
The Tau are not Eldari,
Gotcha.
technically. The Tau as a species are not
Access to ex-
Eldari. The thing about the Tau is that it's a
Vengeance
collective.
That sounds promising.
Right, their idea for world peace is that if
Anybody-
everyone
it's
gets
the greater
mind
good.
washed into the hive, that...
Yeah, anyone can join the Tau. They accept anyone.
so they're kind of like
so-
Kunari.
Yeah, if you want to make that comparison.
Vaguely.
Vaguely.
It's not exactly the same, but the general
Anyone
premise.
can join the Tau if they want to fight for the greater good. So, like, there could be Eldari in the Tau, but the Tau as a species are not Eldari.
Gotcha.
They're these blue aliens from, like, a planet no one cared about. Like, humans found the Tau back when they were, like, cavemen.
I see.
Like, the Tau were fighting each other with, like, sticks. And we found them, and we were like, well, these guys are so primitive that they're not worth even thinking about. So we completely ignored them and forgot about them. And then there was, like, some sort of, like,
Technical
a giant
revolution.
solar storm
Oh,
that covered the planet.
okay.
And by the time that storm passed, it had been, like, years. And by the time the storm cleared, the Tau had, like, decided to stop fighting, work together, and became extremely advanced in terms of where they were.
Yeah, I have a bit of confusion on some of the, like,
Not
main,
ethnic.
I guess, story beats after the Horus Heresy. Because I know, like, they were fighting orcs and what have you before
Yeah, a
the
lot of your
heresy.
lore is 30k right now because
Yeah.
of the heresy.
I need
40K is
to
its
brush
own
up
thing.
on some of the more modern stuff.
Put those
Yeah.
in the right place, and this whole fortress will come down.
We could put the charge on one of the gun's shells.
Leandros, you do the chapter proud.
Take the Meltaball.
Greenskin.
Remember that we
I believe for the most part, all I've ran into Xenos-wise has been orcs and Eldar. There might have been Tyranids, but I don't think they were actual Tyranids. They were, ooh.
Careful.
Yeah, he's gonna blow up.
gonna blow up.
Hopefully I can get up close and personal with the next one. See if maybe I can't get some help back here real quick. I mean, technically I suppose I could do the rage mode, and that would technically heal me over time as well, so I wouldn't have to go out and beat the heck out of him with this, but this is more fun. But, like, you have a couple of instances with creatures that are vaguely like Tyranids, but I do not believe the Tyranids, at least at the time of the 30k Horus Heresy, were in the Imperium space yet. Because they started coming in theoretically because of one of the events that happened during the heresy, during Imperium Secundus. So at one point, because of the Ruin Storm, Guilliman used his own version of the Astronomicon, which I want to say was called the Pharaoh's device. And during
Storage is below.
a attack by the Night Lords, the Pharaoh's device ended up basically overcharging, and the explosion basically brought a giant beacon that some part of the Leviathan fleet saw and started moving towards.
Yeah, the Tyranids first discovered by humanity in the 7th century of M41,
Gotcha.
when they invaded the planet Tyran. If that tells you anything.
Yeah, so that would be well after the heresy. I hear more squigs. Goodbye. More humans to kill. But yeah, as far as some of the other races, I don't know when they ran into them. Like,
They showed up in 741 or 741M at the edges of the galaxy. It's implied that they are in fact fleeing something.
that's gotta be scary. Do you think we'll find out what they're running away from?
Here's the thing. If there's something that powerful that the Tyranids are running away from it,
That thing's gotta be a hot mess, right?
and the Tyranids, we already know,
From
did not
anything.
come. Well, they didn't come from our galaxy, which means they were chased galaxy-wide to a different galaxy.
Ah, shit.
The blood of martyrs is the seed of the Imperium.
Well, that's the first death.
Death counter, let's go.
Shit.
It's not Dark Souls. You might be able to do the death counter.
Yeah, this is true, this is true. What would this be? Probably like, what? Episode, we'll say 3. Deaths so far, 1. I'll attempt to do a death counter. I won't promise anything.
They're not about to run short of ammunition.
Yeah, they got plenty of ammunition in here. Goddamn. It's a point now, he says. But, like, I don't know when the Necrons were discovered either, or, like, the Tau were rediscovered. Like, I
Yeah, to
don't
be fair, the
have
Necrons were
dates on
never
that.
discovered. The Necrons were always there.
Exactly. It's like the Tau apparently were always there as well, but there was a point of rediscovery. And I don't have any context to that beyond just general chatting about it, you know what I mean? Like, I know they exist, but that's about it. I know that the Necrons apparently got screwed over by, like, some old gods, essentially. And they got real pissed. But if I remember right, they did get their vengeance.
Yeah, they were enslaved, and then they enslaved their enslavers.
Yeah. Essentially...
Problem is that they're all robots now.
Eh, well... They were like, hey, we want to be able to not be slaves and have eternal life. And, that just didn't end up going well for them. That guy, like, fucking shot across the room, didn't he?
Hey, it's canon that orcs have accidentally teleported before.
Makes sense.
That's canon.
If they believe they can teleport,
That's in
then
my
they
codex
can.
so far on the
Shells
table.
that loader.
Sometimes orcs just teleport. It's just something they do.
You know.
They can't control it, but that's just something they do.
You know. You've been meaning to finish painting those. If you got everything set up, and I'm just playing this the next handful of nights, that would be a vibe. You could just sit there painting while we play some Warhammer. Just the food for thought. Because if it's already ready to
Yeah,
go,
I just-
then...
I don't have anything set up right now.
Right. I was just saying for, like, tomorrow, maybe, if you got it all set
There.
up at your
I will
desk
place
with
the
your new
charge on that
chair and
shell.
everything.
This chair's comfy.
It looks extremely comfy. I'm
When
jealous.
you come down next, you'll have to
Now
you have to
move
try it
the
out.
shell into place.
I'll
It
be
really
down
is
next
pretty
week.
comfy.
But,
That's the beast of the chair.
It looks it. You and Dad have both gotten several chairs, like really nice chairs over the years. And I've had this $25 fucking
We cannot
Walmart
rely on
chair.
luck for this, Sir Donis.
Office
Well, if
chair.
you want to invest in a
Make
good
sure it
chair, you
reaches
can try
its
this one when
destination.
you come down.
Yeah, I feel like I want to try that one. And
Because this
then,
is a comfy chair, and for your situation, you're you know skinny and short, so this chair would be like a throne for you, I'm sure.
right.
Because it's big for me, and I'm a big person. So if it's big for me, it's gonna be big for you.
It looked extremely nice. It was a very nice looking chair.
Yeah, I had to shift my couch over a little bit because I don't have a lot of room in the corner here.
Yeah, that
Fit the
makes
chair
sense.
in, but
Yeah, the only other thing you could do is rearrange your living room, and that, I mean, that's
and I
up
did
to
not
you.
have the energy for that at this
Right,
point in time.
If it was something that you were wanting to do the next time I come down, we can attempt it. But,
I feel like I missed the chance to rearrange rooms at the point that it's been 3 years since I moved here.
yeah, fair.
I feel like I would have done that like 2 years ago.
I hear you, I hear you. Telling you that the option's there. I mean, I've lived in my
Yeah.
house a year now, and then I randomly just decided, you know what, I'm gonna rearrange my bedroom. Because, you see, the original thought that went into rearranging, or my room when I first moved in, was I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna have everything situated so that anything that makes, like, sound, hey, fuck
I
off,
mean,
mate.
she's got some.
I need to back up. I need to back up. I need to go over to these guys so I can get some health back. Thank you. get fucked. The original thought that went into my room was I was like, okay, I want to make sure like my TV and everything is not on the adjacent wall for my apartment, because I did not want to disturb them if I had the volume up too high, right? Oh shit, I'm sorry you two. I didn't mean to throw a grenade at you.
You were like, catch.
Hot potato.
This is a training exercise.
As it turns out, I don't
Dodge
appreciate ice. What a wonderful log. Get a better
This is
choice of
not a
music,
drill.
sir.
It's the enemy song anyway.
But then I quickly realized that I don't spend a lot of time with my TV on in my bedroom. 90% of the time that I actually have it on is going to be like if I'm doing laundry or something. And specifically in the last year, I've been listening to Warhammer, which has been through my headphones off of my phone. So I was just like, you know what? I'm still probably not going to use this too much because it's just my PS3 in there. And just at the moment, I don't have a lot that I'm playing on my PS3. I've been playing Sly Cooper a little bit in the evenings, just if I couldn't sleep. But I was just kind of like... But another thing that I've been doing is, like, I'll throw one of the audiobooks or something on for an hour or so while I'm trying to go to sleep, so I'll set it on a timer to go to bed. Right up against the wall, because it's in my bed. So I was kinda like, it makes more sense if I'm gonna have that on late at night to shift my bed to the opposite side of the room. So it's not right up against the neighboring wall.
It could do me that way.
Because chances are, if I'm gonna be on my TV in my bedroom, it's probably gonna be late at night, and I'm not gonna have the volume on anyway.
You ready for this pop quiz? Here's a bit of a pop quiz. What's the small orcs called?
What are small orcs called?
Yeah, what are the small orcs called?
Gretchens?
So like, Gretchen. Yeah,
Is it called a Gretchen?
it's called a Gretchen. Yeah.
Gretchen. I was close.
Gretchen with the G.
I was close. I said Gretchen with a K.
You were close. Yeah, you were close enough.
Close enough to get a pass. Lost in translation.
called
My
Gretchen.
apologies.
Gretchen's with a G.
I am surprised I
Unlike
remembered
the
that.
orc.
As soon as I said it, I was just like, I think I got that wrong. Because I was kind of like, I think Gretchen's was a Dungeons and Dragons thing, which it very well might be. But I was sitting there, I was kind of like, no, that's definitely a Dungeons and Dragons thing.
Gun firing in 3, 2, 1.
There.
Like the first quiet moment in the entire game. Game has been so loud up to this point. Yeah, one of the series that I'm interested in reading, because the Henry Cavill stuff, assuming that gets approved by Amazon, is the Inquisitor series with Eisenhorn. Since apparently he's picking up on that, which thankfully, or interestingly enough, when I was looking at some of the novels, seems to take place soon after the Horus Heresy. Like within 1,000 years of it. I know that's a weird saying soon, but when a millennium is 10,000 years, that is extremely soon after it. Because essentially right after the Horus Heresy was the Legion Wars, which was essentially the traitor legions getting thrown out of Imperium space into the Eye of Terror, and then fighting among themselves for slaves, specifically
Right.
against the Emperor's children, because they spent the entire Siege of Terra just grabbing slaves. But then soon after that was like when the Iceborne series takes place. So I'm definitely interested to read that. I'm also interested to read a series called the Inquisition War. Have you heard of that?
Not off the top of my head.
It sounds a lot worse than it actually is. Essentially, I believe it follows a guy named Jago,
Stand clear.
who is an Inquisitor, who
Jack
during
Draco.
Draco.
Inquisitor Jack Draco.
Gotcha. Who infiltrates the Black Library at one point, and he has to deal with Harlequins. I'm actually very interested to read that one. It sounded interesting when I was looking into the books. Because, of course, as soon as I finished the Horus Heresy, I was like, okay, well, what's the next big event that I should read around in this
Pulled out of
universe?
sequence.
Yeah.
Then we put it back. Leandros, get the shell into that loader. I will cover you.
Unfortunately, a lot of the books obviously don't
Firing
give you any kind
now.
of marker as far as what time it took place. So there's going to be a lot of them that are just, it takes place vaguely around here. But
Well, you know what's really interesting to me?
what's
is
that?
the handful of events that have happened where two factions are fighting each other, and then something happens, and they're forced to work together for a while. Like, that always intrigues me.
Like how you run into like situations where orcs and humans work together because they're like, okay,
There's
the
an
Tyranids
event
are
that
just
happens.
not going to be fun to deal with.
There's an event that happens in which the mankind and the Necrons have to work together to survive on a planet for a while.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Look at
I just find that intriguing because, like, the Necrons are intelligent. They can understand that, like, they're not like some of the other factions that'll just fight for no reason, you know?
Yeah, they're not just like sitting there like, you know what? Fuck humans. Like, they understand that sometimes you gotta work with other people to reach a common goal, which sometimes is just survival.
Obviously, I don't know. I can't remember the entire story, but it was like the Necrons and the Space Marines were fighting, and then the planet was about to get, like, overran by chaos. So they were like, actually, let's put this on hold for a minute.
Then we put it back.
They were basically
Leandros,
just like, you
get the shell
know,
into that loader.
we
I will cover you.
chaos taking over the universe is just not a good idea, so how about we put our differences aside for the moment so we can deal with this real quick. Hey, I'm gonna cover
Because
you,
in
but let me
40k,
check
it takes a lot for one faction to work with another one,
this. It really does.
no matter which faction. They all just hate each other so much.
They really do, though.
The only faction that goes out of its way to work with other factions a lot is the town.
Right, because they want to reach a peaceful solution.
They are willing to outstretch to other factions just to be like, well, if we help you, then the situation will be better for everyone.
Right,
So we're gonna help you right now.
on occasion they'll just sit there and they'll be like, this is for the best of everyone, and if we end this sooner than later, then there
If
won't be...
Tyranids overrun this planet, then everyone's gonna suffer for it, so we're gonna help you.
Exactly.
Unfortunately, it screws them over more often than not, but, you know.
Yeah, from what I understand, the Tau usually gets the short end of the stick in most things. Until
Yeah.
here recently.
Well, unfortunately, as a faction, as a new faction, they don't have the numbers and strength to single-handedly rival any of the other factions.
Right.
So a lot of their power comes in, like, guerrilla fighting,
Right.
hiding, striking, running.
Right.
Hold the line.
Firing now.
There we go. Let's say that guy, those grenades were just not wanting to blow up.
Yeah, I'm not up to date on Tau lore right now because I'm pretty sure the Tau split into two different major factions now.
Yeah, isn't there like a more
Because they, like-
primal faction right now?
Yeah. Like, at one point I've heard that the Tau, like, ran their own version of the Heresy. Which caused a bunch of stuff to
Firing
happen.
sequence.
I don't know.
That is alarming.
Something about the far side.
Shit. I need to find cover. Nope. Okay. Oh, bless. I was getting worried there for a second.
You have an incentive not to die. The less times you die, the less times you're left added in that count.
Exactly. It gives
Fuck
me
up.
an extra incentive to not want to die, because if there's anything I enjoy doing, it's being lazy.
We'd be better off seeing this fortress protected from the outside.
Agreed. Find an exit.
Reloading. Severe.
Yeah, we should get out of here and fast. We don't want to be in here when this place blows up. Goodbye, artillery gun.